If you're new to DaVinci Resolve or video editing, this tutorial will cover 8 video editing tips to help you save time and edit faster. Have you ever opened a project and found yourself scrolling endlessly to find a clip? Keeping your media organized is one of the most underrated skills in video editing. In DaVinci Resolve, metadata tags can help you label, sort, and search your clips efficiently. This one-time setup will save you hours during the editing process. To start, click on a clip in the media pool and open the Metadata tab. You'll see fields like keywords, shot description, scene, and more. If you don't see all of them, go to the downward arrow and select all groups. Here's the magic. Fill in as much information as you can, such as keywords describing the content, or production details, such as scene and camera. When your tags are ready, use the search bar in the media pool. You can choose what field to search in, such as only keywords, or scene, or everything. Type a keyword, like nature, and Resolve will instantly display all related clips. If you want more flexibility, create a smart bin by going to Edit and select Create New Smart Bin. In the bin, you can choose by what rules you want to filter it, such as nature, and then you can see them in the Smart Bin category. This process saves you from manually hunting for clips and ensures you stay focused on editing, not searching. Plus, it makes collaboration seamless if you're working in a team. Losing progress on a project is every video editor's nightmare. Imagine spending hours perfecting a sequence, only for your software to crash. Luckily, DaVinci Resolve has a powerful autosave and backup option. Go to the DaVinci Resolve Preferences menu, go to User and select Project, Save and Load. You'll find two essential features here: Live Save and project backups. First, enable Live Save. This ensures every change you make, trimming a clip, adjusting a transition, or tweaking color grading, is saved automatically. No need to press Ctrl+S every 5 minutes. Next, turn on project backups. This feature creates snapshots of your project at set intervals. Click Project Backup Settings to customize how frequently backups are created. For example, every 5, 10, or 30 minutes, and how long they are stored. If a file ever becomes corrupted, you can easily load a backup from the project manager. These settings are essential for peace of mind. Even if Resolve crashes or your system shuts down unexpectedly, you can pick up right where you left off. Working with high-resolution footage can slow your computer to a crawl. If your playback lags or editing feels sluggish, DaVinci Resolve's Proxy Media feature is your solution. Proxies are lower-resolution versions of your clips, so you can edit faster without sacrificing quality. To enable proxies, first, right-click any clip in your media pool and create Generate Proxy Media. Resolve will convert your footage into smaller, more manageable files. You can customize the resolution and format by going to Edit and then choose Project Settings. Scroll down until you find the Master Settings tab. Once proxies are generated, go to the Playback menu and ensure Use Proxy Media, if available, is checked. Now, when you edit, Resolve automatically uses the smaller files, drastically improving performance on less powerful computers. When you're ready for a final export, uncheck Use Proxy Media to switch back to the full resolution clips. This ensures your final render is as sharp and professional as possible. Proxies let you work efficiently even on high-resolution projects like 4K or 8K, making this feature a must-use for smoother editing workflows. Instead of scrubbing through the same clip repeatedly, use subclips to isolate and save the most important sections. Subclips are like creating smaller, focused versions of your original footage. It's easy and will save you tons of time in the long run. Load a clip into the source viewer by double-clicking it in your media pool. Use the keyboard shortcuts I for in and O for out to mark the start and end of a moment you want to save. Once selected, right-click in the source viewer and choose Create Subclip. clip. Your subclips will appear in the media pool with a unique icon, ready to be dragged into your timeline. You can create as many subclips as needed for one piece of footage, organizing them by content type or relevance. Subclips are perfect for editing interviews. For example, you can create subclips for each question or response, allowing you to easily reorder and refine the narrative without dealing with a lengthy original file. This technique saves time and keeps your project organized, especially when working with hours of raw footage. The timeline toolbar is where most of the magic happens, but by default, it might not show everything you need. You can customize keyboard shortcuts for specific tools by going to keyboard mapping. Assign shortcuts for actions like toggling, ripple edits, snapping clips, or selecting specific tools. This helps you work smarter and not harder. When you cut out unwanted parts of a video, you often end up with gaps in the timeline. Instead of dragging clips around to close these gaps manually, use Ripple Delete for a seamless edit. This feature not only deletes the clip, but also shifts everything after it to fill in the gap. Let me show you how this works and why it's an essential tool for beginner editors. To use Ripple Delete, first select the portion of the clip you want to remove. You can do this with the blade tool or using the keyboard shortcut B. Once the segment is highlighted, press Shift and backwards, or Shift and Delete on Mac. Ripple Delete automatically removes the selected part and adjusts all subsequent clips to close the gap. It's especially helpful when working on dialogue sequences, where maintaining a smooth flow is critical. If you accidentally ripple delete something you didn't mean to, just press Ctrl-Z, which is the shortcut for undo, to restore it. This tool speeds up your workflow and ensures your timeline stays clean and professional without extra manual adjustments. Precision is everything in video editing, and snapping ensures that your clips align perfectly with a playhead, other clips, or markers. The Snap tool in DaVinci Resolve makes this incredibly easy. The Snap tool is represented by a magnet icon above the timeline. Click it or press the N key on your keyboard to toggle snapping on and off. When enabled, your clips will snap into place at key points like the playhead, markers, or other clip edges. For example, when dragging a new clip into your timeline, it will align perfectly with the end of the previous clip, preventing unwanted gaps. Similarly, you can snap clips to markers you've added for precise timing in transitions or audio synchronizations. Snapping is especially useful for syncing video to music or cutting to the beat. Just make sure the Snap tool is on and watch your workflow become faster and more accurate. Imagine you've added color grading or effects to multiple clips, and then your client asks for a tweak. Instead of adjusting each clip individually, use the adjustment clips for global changes. These clips apply effects or settings across all clips below them in the timeline, saving time and keeping your workflow flexible. To add an adjustment clip, go to the Effects library and find Adjustment Clip under the Effects category. Drag it onto your timeline and place it above the clips you want to affect. The clip acts like a transparent layer, and any effects or settings applied to it will affect all clips underneath it. For example, you can use the adjustment clip to apply a color grade across an entire sequence. This technique is also great for applying transitions, blur effects, or even text overlays without modifying individual clips. If you need to make adjustments later, you only have to modify the adjustment clip, not each individual piece of footage. Adjustment clips are a massive time saver and keep your timeline clean, especially for complex edits involving multiple effects. If you're a beginner video editor and you're just starting out using DaVinci Resolve, then check out this video for more video editing tips. And don't forget to drop a comment below if you have any other video idea suggestions that you want me to cover.